Series Racing Stream. All right, Vigilante Nation, welcome back for round 9 of the VRL Premiere Series. This is VRN coming to you live from virtual Kansas City, Kansas for the Harvest Moon 200. My name is Alan Vaughton. I'm joined in the booth tonight by Ricky Wittenberg, and together we're bringing you all of the racing excitement and action here tonight. As always, a huge thank you out to my beautiful and talented wife, Lori, for managing tonight's race and keeping these drivers in line up in the tower and taking care of all of that, so we don't have to, actually. So with that, let's dive into some session details for tonight's race. All right, folks, you see this on your screen. We have 133 laps. That's 200 virtual miles. Fuel tanks are limited to 65%, and these drivers only have 3 additional sets of tires over the wall. That's 4 for the entire race, what they start with, plus 3 changes. There are no fast repairs in this series, and the incident limit is capped at 25 and 6. iRacing, as always, controls the cautions, lucky dogs, and the waiver rounds. And let's talk a little bit about the championship. So this is round 9 of 18. So we're getting into the thick of it here, folks. But if you can see right there on your screen, the championship is only separated between 1st and 5th by 19 points. So you got, actually, I take that back, 21 points. You got Albert Anderson on top of the leaderboard right now with 220. Jacob Alicia close behind with 216 points. Tim Pope in 3rd with 213 points. Chris Gomes with 210. And Stoney Benfield in 5th position with 199 points. So incredibly close as far as this is concerned right now. These drivers just now getting into their qualifying runs as we're going to switch over. Take a look at that. Track right now. Looks like we got Mike Adamson making his qualifying run here. Nobody's put down a time yet. You're starting to see them pop up in that left-hand column when they do. We'll just set this to catch the most exciting action going on right now. All right, so let's talk about the weather. 77 is the ambient temperature. Quite cool here tonight in Kansas. 81 degrees is the track temp. So there's going to be plenty of grip out there. Humidity is around 35%, and we basically have no wind. 1 mile per hour out of the southeast, and we're under partly cloudy skies. So very, very moderate to cool conditions here in Kansas City, which is probably to be expected, actually. And onboard cameras tonight, I have the 01 of Kelly Kill, the 023 of Scott Roney, Greg Dobson, the 085, Kyle Vaughton, the 16, the 29 of Dave Mayberry, the 68 of Dustin Wade, the 75 of Stoney Benfield, and the 81 of Jonathan Osborne. So 8 onboard in real life cameras tonight. We appreciate those guys hooking us up with that. As far as penalties concerned, we do have a few drivers coming out of Bristol. The 99 of Anderson is going to start from the back of the grid, along with the 38 of Gordon Spain, the number 10 of Andrew Cawthon, 28 of George Rincon, Greg Klein in the 92, and Jesse Redding in the 21. So they're all going to have to start at a little bit of a deficit tonight and dig themselves out of the hole. Now, this is a great track, though, for racing, multi-groove action. You can run the top, you can run the bottom. Just depends on what your preference is and maybe trying to go where they are not. And with that, Ricky, you have any thoughts before we get into the race here tonight?
Just should be a good race. Kansas is always interesting because you can have a race where it's kind of chaotic, or you could have a race that goes mostly green. So we're just going to have to see how froggy these guys feel tonight.
I agree with that. I mean, it could. We've had races here go flag to flag, and then we've had other ones that were just wreck fest. And I'm hoping for not having the wreck fest, since we just came out of that stretch of Martinsville and Bristol, which, you know, you're going to have that type of action. So I'm hoping for a clean race tonight.
Yeah, I think it's setting up for a clean race tonight, because then you got Talladega next week, which will be another chaotic event, more than likely.
Yeah. No, for sure it will. So a little bit about Kansas. It's a 1.5 mile speedway. It's going to be a battleground tonight. Clean air is going to be very important. Lane choice, you know, like I mentioned, multi-groove. They can go high, low, middle even. Fastest car doesn't always win. In fact, many times it doesn't win here. The smartest driver will. Kansas isn't the chaos that we saw in Bristol, so as we kind of talked about that, but it's going to be a chess match at 180 miles per hour. be a place where the line is going to evolve constantly, and you're going to have to chase it. So the guys who maybe race dirt or something used to searching for grip might do very well here. The wall is going to become, somebody's friend and maybe somebody's enemy. The driver who can adapt the quickest is going to own the night. Here, speed will matter. Discipline matters more. As race car drivers, Ricky, we don't want that car to pass us, but sometimes it might be the smartest choice.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to live and fight another day. So, you don't want to eat your tires up racing side by side, and getting side by side at a place like this bogs you down really bad anyway, and it creates a huge draft. So, it's sometimes better just to let a guy go and then try to get him back later.
Yeah, lots of times they'll come right back to you. You just saw John Schambacher there disappear off your screen. Most of these guys have got their laps down now. And we're going to get ready to grid up here. So let's go over the grid. All right, folks. Top of the grid. 33 trucks here tonight, by the way. Fantastic showing here for Kansas. But Tim Pope took home the pole. Trevor Robertson in second. Dylan Bryant third. Jason Gaines fourth. John Gallagher fifth. Mike Adamson sixth. Dustin Wade in seventh. Jacob Alicia eighth. Andy Player ninth. And Jonathan Osborne 10th position.
And you got Anthony Williams 11th, Chris Goins 12th, Michael Brooks 13th, Scott Roney 14th, Stoney Benfield 15th, Kyle Vaught 16th, Kelly Kill 17th, John Shane Bockler 18th, Dave Mayberry 19th, Dustin Eaton 20th.
21st, you got Scott Milner. 22nd is Greg Dobson. I'm losing my track here. Sorry, guys. 20th, excuse me. You hit that. Scott Milner, 21st. Greg Dobson, 22nd. 23rd, Kevin Hunt. Gordon Spain, 24th. Jack Dixon, 25th. 26th is Albert Anderson. 27th, Jesse Redding. 28th, Mike Everidge. 29th, George Rincon. 30th, Greg Klein. 31st, Andrew Cawthon. Chandler Paul is in 32nd. And Dion Jones, 33rd. So that is your starting grid here tonight, folks. And we're going to get over here and see these cars pulling off pit lane here momentarily. Going to make one parade lap, and they're going to set them loose. Looking forward to this race, Ricky. I mean, it was a good race this past weekend in real life for NASCAR. And, I heard some people, I listened to, I don't know if you listen to Sirius XM or any of the other NASCAR channels, but, they were talking about, hey, do you think that the chase format has changed the racing? And this weekend wasn't as much action we've had overall in the first, we're on 9 races in. We've had fewer cautions than we did last year. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I mean, the more green flag racing people can see, the better. A lot of times, it has changed the racing. That's kind of the way it used to be. You're racing for points, but you also still do have guys that, I think I heard Ricky Stenhouse say something about it. They race to win 6 times a year, and it's the 2 Daytonas, 2 Talladegas, and the 2 Atlantas, and everywhere else he's just out there racing around. So you're going to have guys, if they get in a position to win, they're going to go for it, because they're not actually racing for points, they're racing for wins. So you kind of got a combination and a mix between those 2 spots.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a return to legitimacy personally, the old playoff winning you're in, just a few races to make your money for the year. Just, it didn't reward the most consistent, best driver all year. And to me, that was just not a legitimate way to crown a champion. So I'm glad we're doing this now. As we're getting ready set to go here, Flagman's going to do it the first time, folks.
Green, green, green.
There we go. We are underway here in Kansas. Seven machines out there already. Got the 51 coming up behind him. They're getting a pretty good run. Charlie Robertson is out there on the outside, losing spots at the moment. But they're definitely on cold tires here. You see the 51 jump up to the outside line. So far, so good. You're going to see these guys maybe migrate up to that wall. It just depends as far as the preference is concerned. It's risk versus reward. I think there's speed up there, but it can also reach out and bite you if you're not paying attention every single lap, as the grip fades.
Yeah, I think from what I've seen and other people racing at Kansas, at least in the last couple of seasons, if you get enough trucks up top and they're playing nice with each other, it's really hard to pass low if you've got a draft up top.
Yeah, for sure. Look, you can see these guys are just all over the track as they're coming through there. He's down low right now. Must be one of the guys who had to go in and see Deion Jones coming off there. I think we had maybe a couple guys with a drive-through. Let me take a quick look.
Yeah, Greg Klein done a drive-through also, it appears.
Should have mentioned that beforehand, folks.
Whoa.
Who are you looking at?
Deion Jones kind of washed back up on the track just a little bit. I thought he was going to make some contact with the mid-pack, but we got it in.
They only had the one. We only had the 92 who had the drive-through, so I don't know what went on with Deion. Actually, Deion didn't have a penalty. Maybe he started from the pits or had some kind of an issue.
Heard him key up and say he was serving his drive-through, so he at least thought he had one.
Well, you know what? I think that's probably because he has one. Yeah, he does. He has an old one. So we do have, if you don't serve your penalty, folks, and you don't show up the next week to serve your penalty, rather, it carries over until you come back and race. So that's what happened. He had a pending penalty, along with a 35, 82, and a 48. So those guys would have penalties in the field as well. All right, we're looking at number 7, Tim Pope out front here, with John Gallagher challenging him here already, Ricky.
Yeah, and I just was watching Dylan Bryant. Looks like somebody threw some kryptonite on him, man. He looked like he got used up a little bit on the top lane. I don't know how hard a contact he made with the wall, but he has slipped way back.
He's back here in 17th, 18th right now, racing. Oh man, really got tight there.
I think he
maybe carry some damage. Either that or carrying a little bit. It could have some wheel damage or something too. The truck looks okay at the moment. Maybe just trying to get settled in and upset at the same time. Now he's in 21st, racing here with Dustin Eaton.
Yeah, the best thing to do right here is just kind of take a breath, regroup. I mean, you're 7 laps into the race. You got plenty of time to make that back up.
Yeah, but what he's looking at right now from the roof cam here, you can see he's got a lot of ground to make up, and these are going to be hard passes here at Kansas, like you mentioned, as they start to migrate to the top. You basically got to pull like an old school dirt glide job to get around somebody in some cases as these tires age.
Yeah, I mean, you legitimately almost have to throw a slide job and then slide up in front of the guy and hope he backs off or understands, just because that's almost the only way to pass somebody.
This is like he settled in right here in around the 20th position, 21st position, but he has got a lot of trucks around him. He's got to be careful. This is when you can get snake bit. Get back into traffic. If you have a fast truck, you can get snake bit by what goes on around you.
3 wide per second. There's definitely a lot of battling going on here, so the draft is pretty prominent here at Kansas so far.
You're looking at Jonathan Osborne here in the middle. With the 123 and the 6 trying to go low. Now you got Dustin Wade on the outside. Dustin been super fast here lately, man. And the always fast Mike Adamson coming around him there in that sun drop machine. And look, they're going to the top. You can see it. Not quite entirely, but up there at the front, they're starting to really migrate up there.
Yeah, I think it saves your tires too. If you can just stay out of the wall and kind of feather it up on the top and keep the momentum up, and you save your tires.
Saw Mike Adamson getting the wall there. You can see just a little bit of scratch damage on the right rear. I don't know if that's going to affect his truck. He's sitting here in 5th position. Andy Player coming to play, trying to stick his nose into this picture. Yeah, this is going to be a fun night. If they can keep it clean, man, we can have some really great racing here. Tim Pope still holding on that top spot right now. Do a quick through the field while we have this opportunity. I will mention before I go through the field, though, 30 laps is what I'm tracking, folks, on their fuel tank. About right around 30 laps they should be able to make. So let's go ahead and see about taking a look at your field while we have this chance. Tim Pope, first place. Dustin Wade battling for second right here. with John Gallagher. Have an onboard camera actually with Dustin Wade. We can get him up here and take a look. You can see. Is this Dustin? This doesn't look like Dustin. Make sure I got the right thing here. Maybe it is.
No, that can't be him based on the cars that he's around.
Yeah, that does not look like him at all. So we'll come back to that. But anyway, he has an onboard. We'll take a look later. Right now, Solly in second. Now Andy Players in third, being challenged perhaps by Trevor Robertson, the number 6 machine. And Mike Adamson. Here's a 3 wide. Look at this. Scott Roney tried to get up through the middle there, but just couldn't push that black truck, that 81, up through there. That allowed Kyle Vaught to get around there in that number 16 machine. Kyle was having a really good run up, 10 positions already. Started in 16th and now running 6th. Talked about John Gallagher running the 7th right now. And the 83, Jason Gaines right there in the middle sandwich. Number 1, Chris Gomes in 10th place. Anthony Williams getting by him for that position. Tony Benfield is in 12th. Albert Anderson running 13th right now. Dave Mayberry, 14th. Dustin Eaton just got passed by this man. Dylan Bryant now for 15th, putting Dustin Eaton back to 16th. Jacob Alicia, 17th. Kelly Kill, 18th. Now 19th. Jack Dixon just passed him in the 48 machine. 81, Jonathan Osborne. He's going backwards, man. Down 10 spots already in 20th. 19 of Scott Miller's in 21st. Gordon Spain, 22nd. Andrew Cawthon, 23rd. Michael Brooks, 24th. John Shanebacher in that Interstate Battery is number 12, 25th. The 434 of Kevin Hunt is 26th. Chandler Paul makes me want that. Well, I want a candy bar now, man. Is running in the 27th spot. Jesse Redding, 28th. George Rincon started with a penalty, so he's coming from the back, running 29th. I don't expect him to stay back there. Mike Everidge, also with a penalty start. He's in 30th now. Greg Dobson, 085, 31st. Greg Klein, lap down in 32nd. Deion Jones, a lap down in 33rd. But both of those guys had drive-through penalties, which is what cost them that time. And that's through the field for you, folks. Nothing changed at the front. Tim Pope still out front. Start to stretch it a little bit. Got a 0.3 gap at the moment. Look off the back deck of Tim. You see Andy Player getting up to second.
That's right there. That was a textbook slide job. And if I was Wade, I would have just pushed him down the front stretch because it's going to be hard to keep the momentum up down there to pass him back. All he's going to do is make those tires mad and let Kyle Vaught catch him.
Yeah, he didn't get past him there. As you're looking at Dustin Wade right now in 3rd place. Kyle Vaught coming up in 4th. Kyle's going for it too.
Yeah, it's all about momentum and how you catch people in the draft. I know it's easier from the outside of the car to see what's coming because I know Dustin wouldn't have done that on purpose if he thought that was going to happen. But sometimes it is better just to smash the guy and push him down the straightaway to keep from losing more spots.
And no doubt. I mean, you got to be a smart racer as well as a fast one. We found out the problem with Dustin Wade's camera because someone else was up in front of him. So we're going to go to that onboard now. We check out Dustin Wade's perspective. See, he's up on the outside. Trevor Robertson is trying to make the pass here, and he has the 88 machine also breathing down his neck. But right now, Dustin Wade is in 4th. Really running that high line, too. He's right up against the wall.
Checking the chat, I think C. Earl Evans is out there tonight cheering for Kachi. Good to see Earl Evans. Albert Anderson, Papa Anderson out there cheering for Albert, of course. Colin Decker is in the chat. Says he thinks Mayberry's sandbagging and he is cheering for Player.
21 laps complete already. No cautions. I say that sparingly. If they have one now, Lori's going to get me. But this is what we wanted to see. They're racing hard. It's not from a lack of racing. They're just being, they probably feel like they're free, man, to move around the last couple of weeks being at Martinsville and Bristol.
Yeah, this is like going from, racing inside of a Cracker Jack box to an airport store.
Yeah, for sure. Now, Tim Pope's out there to, like I said, a 0.3, but he has not stretched his advantage. Andy Player sitting there in that 13 machine is right there, keeping him honest, if nothing else. Maybe even saving a bit of tire. You never know with this man. He's very much the strategist when it comes to these races.
One thing at a track like this, you usually see a little more spread in the field after 12 or 14 laps. They're staying pretty well together. I mean, you do have Pope and Player trying to stretch it just a little bit, but they're in a pretty good wad still to be 23 laps deep.
Yeah, it just popped up the track map just to demonstrate what you're talking about. You can see all of the dots are in one little part of this racetrack, so they've not spread out very much at all. I mean, they're all on the same stretch, front or back stretch, essentially. We'll kind of move around the field here and check out some of the action going on. Looking at Dave Mayberry there in 17th. Up 2 spots so far tonight, Dave is. Got lots of trucks around him, and they are all over this track. I mean, there's no one dominant groove yet.
I know that you already shouted him out, but Kyle Vaught has got a fast hot rod tonight. He has shot up through the field from his starting spot and running third. I mean, he's stretching Dustin Wade, trying to catch the front too.
I say, he mentioned something to me. I was talking to him earlier today. Obviously, Kyle's my son, so we were just kind of BSing a little bit. Early afternoon, he said, man, I feel really fast here. I really like this track. He's looking forward to this race, and it's showing. Got that number 16 truck in the wind here tonight. Looks good under the lights. And I think he's feeling pretty confident right now. Up 13 spots, man. That's really good. And he's not up there with, he's up there with these heavy hitters too. So there's no doubt he's got speed in that truck tonight.
I'm seeing Dylan Bryant's working his way back towards the front after his disastrous first few laps. He's clawed back up to 10th, but that shows you just how hard it is to get up through the field in a place like this. I mean, he's still 10th. Alicia running second in points. He's 11th. Albert Anderson, the points leader, 12th. This could be a big points shakeup now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you consider that the points are pretty tight to begin with, as I mentioned earlier, there's only 21 points between 5th and 1st, but really between 1st and 2nd, you're looking at 4 points. Another 3 points back to 3rd, another 3 points back to 4th. It's incredibly close.
Scott Roney and Chris Gones made some contact. I think Gones got really tight coming out of 2 and chased it all the way up the track, and Roney hit the wall, but don't think he's hurt too bad.
Taking a look here, we see the 83 trying to get around Jones, rather. That outside line, Roney, that you mentioned, is already out here in front of him. Don't really see that his truck's any worse off for the wear. Let's see what color he's sporting tonight. He usually has a, yeah, for sure. Here's Scott right here. With that onboard camera out of Salt Lake City, Utah. He either goes with the blue hue or the red hue. And I just keep forgetting to ask him, Ricky, about, hey, man, is there some significance to that? Is it, how are you feeling like you chose violence today when you got on track or not kind of deal?
Yeah, he needs one of those RGB pickers and just let it just cycle through all night to have kind of a disco party in there.
Yeah, or maybe sync it with his mood ring so you know what's going on.
We have the heart rate monitor. You could get the pissed off monitor.
Right.
If you hack that up.
That'd be pretty cool, actually. As you see, he's right now running that 7th position, but Chris Gones, that is, and number 1 is not really letting him get away. And we do finally see Dylan Bryant, man. He has made his way back, like you mentioned. That's a pretty good. He's down in, 21st, I think I mentioned at the start of the race, and he's back up to 9th.
They're starting to pit, Alan. Looks like He's about right there. 30 laps coming in.
See the number 82 of Mike Evers there on pit lane. He's like the only one right now. The Lone Ranger. Tim Pope's coming in. And now we're getting some action here. Tim Pope, Kyle Vaught, Dustin Wade, Mike Adamson, Robertson, Roney, Benfield, Kuhl, Hunt, Redding, Osborne, Gallup, basically the field. Chris Gold stayed out there, so he's going to get an extra lap here, along with Bryant, Alicia, Gaines, Anderson, Eaton, Shane Blocker, Mayberry, Milner, Anthony Williams, Spain, Brooks, Rincon, Dobson, and Paul. So these 15 trucks right here stayed out, but they may be going in now. Yep, I don't think. Look at this. This is a gold rush, man. Oh, looks like Anthony Williams is going to go. He's going through.
Catch it, buddy, catch it. Oh, he didn't catch it.
And we'll go back and take a look. I couldn't grab him fast enough. He's moving across my board here. It looks like he's not damaged, but we'll take a look real quick, man.
He'll at least, I mean, even if he is damaged a little, I think that could have been much worse.
See if we take a look here. This is where, yeah, he got loose as he made the transition off the banking here.
Oh, we got somebody.
There it goes.
Osborne, I think Osborne has had something happened. He's had a technical problem. He hit the inside wall. He was in the grass. Oh, yeah, now he's hit, hard into the wall, and now he's...
Well, I'll go back and take a look at that, too. We're going to close up here with Williams. He's okay. Go ahead.
He's going to bring out the caution.
All right, man.
Yep. Osborne brought out the caution. I don't know what's going on. But he had some sort of issue. Oh, no. Wow.
Well, we'll go back and find out. Yeah, we'll get with Osborne. Ooh, the truck's already tore up here. Back it just a little bit, see what happened.
Yeah, it started way before that. He had some kind of a computer issue.
He's coming out of the pits here, looks like. We're going to follow him. He's making his way off. Didn't even get to his camera shot yet. Let me go back and show this to you. Yep, right there, you hear it. You hear it's like the fuel, the throttle just stopped, like it wasn't depressed if you listen to the engine. And it's just drifting off into the grass. It's like he's trying to steer it, but some kind of issue with the throttle. Can't really steer it either, hits the wall. Like he gets control of again. Same problem again. Yeah, he's got a technical.
Yeah, that's our equivalent of blowing a tire or blowing an engine.
Yeah, for sure. He's still on pit lane too. So see if we can get a quick word with Jonathan. Races with us out of Woodbury, New Jersey. We'll find him here in the list. We have a lot of drivers in this race tonight. It's pretty I mean, we normally average 25 to 30. We have over 30 tonight, so that's really great for the broadcast and for the competition. So I'm looking for Jonathan. There he is right there. He's still sitting there, so we'll get a quick word with him. Hey, Jonathan, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
I got you guys.
Hey, man, looked like you had a technical there. We just wanted to get the word from you. What happened?
I didn't have a crew chief or spotter for the whole beginning part of that race. I came down pit road and it decided to restart and update whenever I came out of pit road, so it gave me the administration, do you want to let this program install onto your computer while I was driving?
Oh, no. Yeah, that's not good. Let me get this off the screen. That's not you. You're not Andy Player. I went back to the front to show everybody we're not green yet. But hey, man, are you going to be able to get back in? Are you waiting for the update?
I got 20 seconds of towing, so we'll see after that. But I did have a meatball, so I don't think so. I think the engine was blown off of that second hit. I couldn't get it restarted, so we'll see. But most likely not.
Well, we hate it for you, buddy, but look forward to seeing you in Talladega. Rick, you got anything for Jonathan?
No, buddy, I saw what was going on, so I thought that you must have been having an issue. And I was telling Alan, this is kind of like, we don't have mechanical failures in iRacing, but that's the equivalent to it right there. I hate to see it.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what it is. And my crew chief just told me we are done for the night.
All right, man. Well, we'll talk to you in Talladega, and look forward to seeing you there.
Alrighty. Hopefully I can get these computer issues figured out and I'll be there.
For sure.
Have a good one.
Good night, man.
Good night. Thank you.
That was the 81 machine of Jonathan Osborne, having a rough night. We're going to jump back up front here. We should be going green here momentarily. Coming around, lights are out on top of that pace truck, which means we will go green next time by. We are in 3 and 4 right now. Get ready to come around and take that. You see a few people catching up in the back there on your track map. Control of this restart, though, is going to be Andy Player.
While we were going through all that, I don't know, I believe a lot of these guys came back in and maybe topped off, because I see Pope, Bryant, Robertson, Jones, they're all toward the back.
That's a good clean restart there. 13 gets a good jump. Jacob Alicia now up to second place, up 6 spots so far. Albert Anderson up 23, being challenged there on the outside by Dustin Wade, though. Dustin's looked to get up behind the 31 and see if he can get around the outside of 99. 99's going to have advantage under the 31 now. We'll go up here and take a look and see if the 99 took tires and these other guys didn't. He's about to take the lead, Ricky.
Looking good.
3 wide for the lead. Almost 4. We're going to go 4 wide here.
Ooh,
I wouldn't either, man. They thought about it, buddy. Anderson has the lead now. Look off the back deck here. Let's see. Yes, he took tires. Jacob Alicia was on pit lane, maybe close to enough to take tires. Jason Gaines took tires. Dustin Wade took tires. Looks like most of your top 10 as you're looking back. But man, Albert Anderson looks like he is on another level.
I think what happened is a bunch of the guys came back in when the caution came out to top off. Maybe they're playing a fuel strategy kind of thing, because you had Pope and Robertson, Jones, a bunch of those guys came back in. Just for gas. I double checked. They were just coming back in for gas only.
Wow, so let's see if we can't reset your field here with that change, that caution that came out for mechanical with the 81 having trouble here tonight. We're going to jump up to the front here. You got the 99 machine, Albert Anderson, first position, up 25 spots already tonight. Started with a he's fast here because the only reason he was at the back is because he started with a penalty. Jason Gaines up 2 spots. He started in 4th, now back up to 2nd out of Asheboro, North Carolina. 68 machine, always fast here lately for sure. Dustin Wade holding down 3rd. Kyle Vaught having a great night, running 12 spots up from where he began in 4th. Jacob Alicia making his presence known now, up 3 spots, started 8th, up to 5th. Andy Player up 3 spots, now running in 6th. Tim Pope, they're always dangerous, in 7th. Passing to number 13, along with the 6 machine, going to come around too. That's likely a tire advantage there. Kevin Hunt, up 14 spots, man, and in 9th, so he's having a good run too. Scott Milner, 10th. Mike Adamson, 11th. Gordon Spain is in 12th. Chris Gomes coming up to get around Spain here. Looks like he has a tire advantage, perhaps, that number 1 machine. We'll jump back here to, actually, we probably should take a look at what's happening there. They were 3 wide momentarily there. Let's jump back to finish this out. 92 machine, Greg Klein running in 14th. Jesse Redding, 15th. Dustin Eaton, 16th. Looks like he's trying to make a pass here on Jack Dixon in the 48. One of 2 Canadian drivers we have in the field tonight, our brothers from the north. John Shanebacher, the 18th position. Kelly Kill, 19th. Tony Benfield, 20th. Chandler Paul, 21st. John Gallagher was up front running 2nd earlier tonight. He's down 17 spots, running in the wrong direction right now. See if he can make a recovery, running in 22nd. Dave Mayberry, 23rd. Michael Brooks, looking to get around the 82 machine here. He's running in 24th. 82's a lap down, so that wasn't for position. Dylan Bryant back to 25th. Don't know what's going on there, Ricky. Not having a good night so far.
like I said, I think him and Pope and some of those guys had pitted again to try to play some fuel strategy. So I think that's why he's back there right now.
Well, it looks like he had like a 4-second stop, a 5-second for Kelly Kill. So another one for Scott Roney. Those guys definitely just topped off, along with Mike Everidge. Up at the front, Tim Pope and Trevor Robertson went in and topped off. Here's the 023 in 26th. George Rincon, 27th. Greg Dobson, 28th. Andrew Cawthon, 29th. Anthony Williams in the 5 is the 30th. Deion Jones, 31st. Mike Everidge, 32nd. And Jonathan Osborne is out of the race, having blown his engine. And right now, this is the biggest advantage we've seen for a leader tonight. 1.16 seconds for Albert Anderson. While we're talking about Albert, let's talk about the fact that his company sponsors both the series here in the Vigilante Racing League. So if you live, if I can get the right thing up here, folks. Here we go. There it is. If you live in the Washington, D.C. metro area and you find yourself in need of a tow, a jump start, you're locked out, or you need a tire change, get in touch with Albert's company, Tow Call, via their email, towcallroadside@gmail.com. That's all together, towcallroadside@gmail.com. And he'll get his folks out there with fast and friendly service to get you back on your way. And we thank him for sponsoring both the Premiere and the Vanquish Series here in the Vigilante Racing League. Having a great run so far tonight. Overcame that penalty. He's right where he wants to be. Pretty good battle going on here for second. Kyle Vaught looking to make a pass around the outside of Gaines. These guys are battling it out for third right now.
You got the rabbits coming behind them. Pope, Robertson, Adamson, Gones. I think all those guys got the extra gas, and they've already moved their way back up to the field.
See Kyle doing a crossover move. Gaines was able to get around him, and then he crosses over to go to the bottom. If this works out for him, don't know that it will. He's going to cut the tri-oval area here. This is a battle right here, man. And they probably feel like they have to go to, as you mentioned, Tim Pope, Robertson, and others are coming.
There's a quick note from the chat. Looks like Taylor Provax is out there joining us and says hello to us. So hello, Taylor. Yeah, Albert, Papa Anderson said Albert's moving on up. Yeah, he got up there. He's up into the very front now. And Amanda Wade, I think she's a little nervous, so maybe she's on the floor already waiting on Dustin to try to bring home the podium tonight.
As we're trying to get a good look here off the roof cam of Kyle Vaught, taking a look at the 83. He's trying to get past there of Jason Gaines. He's not successful yet. And I don't really see any challenge coming up from behind him yet from Tim Pope. I mean, he's back there, but it's a little distance. It's one of Lori's favorite shots there, the speed shot coming across the start-finish line. Kyle's not giving up on this yet. But actually, Jason's starting to pull away just a little bit. See Kyle dive it in there into 3 and 4. Having a great run, though. Up 12 spots at the moment. Who else we could find? Who else is battling out here?
One thing I'm noticing, I don't know if it's just he's uncomfortable tonight or if he's had some issues, but Jacob Alicia restarted up front, and I thought when he had the track position, he may be in pretty good shape, but he is falling through the field. He's back into 20th.
Oh, yeah, 19th. I see him right now, yeah. I don't think he took tires. He's got 12 seconds of pit time. I don't think that's quite long enough, maybe. You take tires? We're riding on board right now with Dustin Eaton. Number 14 machine, he's in 11th. A little bit of a rolling roadblock here in front with Bredding. Gordon Spain is going to get around here maybe. 21 machine is going to be maybe a little bit of help from the 19 of Milner. Another battle right here. This is Andy Player, Dave Mayberry, and Dylan Bryant.
That was a good call, Alan. I just went back to Jacob Alicia's pit stop. When they were pitting under green, he did not take tires. So he is running on the original tires. No wonder he's falling back.
Oh, yeah. And we see Andy Player is going to make his way on pit lane right now. So we're not at 60. This is a strategy move, I'm assuming. Perhaps he stayed out last time. I don't recall that he did. He did have the lead at the beginning of this run, though. Maybe he was hoping for a quick caution. Amanda Wade out there is saying she's laughing out loud. I now know I can't turn on iRacing until I'm securely seated. I just jump back up here to your leader. Albert Anderson now out to a 2.5 second lead, and he's stretching it over the 83 of Jason Gaines. Got that Shell Pennzoil machine in the wind tonight. You can see out back, looking off his back deck there. Really no challengers at the moment. He does have Gaines, Wade, and Vaught back there. Closest competitors at the moment. Some battles back here mid-pack. This is around 8th and 9th. Dustin Wade in the 14 trying to get a run on the 6 machine of Trevor Robertson as Jesse Redding's looking on, thinking, hey, maybe I can get back around this 14. I think I watched the 14 pass him a moment ago. He's got the 19 of Milner up underneath the 21 here. Gonna be pretty tight. Think he's got him though. Gonna pull that slide job all the way to the wall. He does. He secures that position. That was for 12th. Actually, that's for 11th. As you see, Jesse thinking about maybe doing a crossover move there. And he does. He gets up underneath him. 21 machine, that is. I mean, just when you think you made the pass, you can expect that guy behind you. Oh, you see the 6 machine touch the wall there.
Trevor Robertson caught the wall pretty good there. I think he hit it flush. He might have got away with it.
I was going to say, though, just when you think you got the pass done, you can expect that driver to fight back. He's going to cross you over or fight back on the outside even. We're looking on board right now with Trevor. Can't see the right side of his car necessarily. Let's see if I can get a better look here. Don't see a lot of damage from this crew. Yeah, it looks okay. Don't really see any hood raised or anything like that, so it should be all right. Trevor's running in 9th.
Kyle Watt's still working on Jason Gaines. That's how hard it is to pass when 2 trucks are really equal.
And all these drivers are on pit lane at 30, 31, especially these guys at the front. They got a few guys who are at 33. But you should see... Oh, here we go. We should see pit stops coming up here. We're watching Kyle Watt make that pass for 3rd position clean. Having took advantage of that little bit of a mistake on the 83's part. You see who's coming up also into the picture there. Tim Pope. You mentioned he was lurking. I don't think he's lurking anymore.
No, he's definitely moving on up now.
Tim races with us out of Roseboro, North Carolina. 3-time champion of this series. Always fast. Had a little bit of bad luck this season, I think, on a couple of occasions. Let's see where he's at in the point standings. I don't have that readily available for you, but I can grab it pretty quick.
Not sure what may have happened, but I noticed that
he's doing okay. He's in 3rd. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm thinking about Friday night. Go ahead, Cawthon.
Yeah, no, I just noticed he's out of the race, so he's disconnected. I don't know if he had a technical problem or what, but he is out of the race.
Been here and watch Ben Pope starting to think about working on Kyle Vaught here. I thought we'd start to see some people hit pit lane, but not quite yet. Looking back off the deck of Kyle Vaught's car. You can see Tim's going to be challenged here by Chris Goins and Jason Gaines a little bit maybe. So even as fast as Tim is, he's still not really flying. Here comes Chris Goins right now. Maybe going to take a play for, oh, look at this. Yeah, both of them are going to try to get around that 16 machine. He holds it good on the bottom. He's not going to make it easy on him. He's definitely going to run a good defensive line as we're marching off the back deck of the number 16 of Kyle Vaught. This is for third position.
You know, my brain's not working well enough to do a lot of high-level math tonight, but I can tell you that Andy Player has probably thought through this, and if there's no caution, I don't know how it's going to work out, but if there's no caution, I would almost guarantee he's in really good shape because of the tire advantage he's got.
Here we go. See a 68 machine hit pit lane. We thought we were going to see some of these guys. And I missed that click right there. Here he is. The 68 of Dustin Wade. We're watching him make his way down pit lane. First to come. Will this pull everybody else? You got Anderson out to a 4.6 lead over Gones, man. It's crazy.
Now, Alan, do we have the tire deficit tonight like we've had recently where they're having to skip a pit stop just about?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so I guess that's why Alicia done that on the first pit stop, but it's not working out to his advantage because now if we don't have a caution, he's really behind.
Yeah,
but if he stays on the lead lap and then you have a couple of cautions, he's going to be in good shape. So it's really interesting with the way they play out the tires now.
No, yeah, for sure. As we're watching Albert Anderson taking tires right here. Don't know if, I mean, that first stop, I'm pretty sure they have that kind of a lead. He took the tires, so he's looking to pay his tax late in this race. This is what I see right now, which I don't know. I'm at 65 laps in right now.
I guess I would think that everybody's probably thinking if they've taken tires both times, it would be the next stint that they wouldn't take tires, so they could have them at the end, just in case.
Right. For sure. As you can see on the timing and scoring tower there, Chris Goins is now your leader out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Tim Pope in second. Gordon Spain third. They're coming around 3 and 4. They're going to start making their way on pit lane here. Yes, they are. Oh, does it get it down? Oh, that looked like it was close. We'll see if he takes tires also. 7 machine and others. He's got a few trucks that are back there behind him. Yep, he's taking tires. See if 7 does. Yep, also the 6 machine. Oh, Michael Brooks missed his pit stop. His pit box, rather. You got Dustin Wade, Jesse Redding, Scott Miller, Chandler Paul. These guys are all pulling out, so I didn't get a chance to see if they took tires. But and looking at their times, it looks like most of them did. Now, Mike Adams is on pit lane from second position. Actually, he's the leader at the moment. So we'll reset the field, folks, once we get everybody through their pit stops here. It looks like Albert Anderson going to reassume the lead here momentarily. Running fourth right now. As he's going to cross the start-finish line here. Should shoot him to the top of the leaderboard once he passes these guys on pit lane. There he goes. So your leader by a significant margin. We're looking at it's just increasing right now. 5.4 seconds right now over the 83 of Jason Gaines. Don't know how this is going to play out, how the math's going to work, Ricky, but it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, love it. Actually, now I have figured out what Andrew Player did. He didn't take tires on that first pit stop either, but instead of just running it out like Alicia has done, he pitted early just to try to maybe slow the bleeding down. So that's what he did.
Well, probably a good call on his part, you know. He's taking a look here through. It's like most people have hit pit lane here, you know, early 60-ish laps. You got Jones and Everidge on pit lane at the moment. Andy Player went in at 52, so he's got some legs left. Who else went in? Somebody else went in at 55. I just saw it. It was Scott Roney. All right, about a 5.3 second advantage here for your leader. Let's run through the field and show where everybody's at. Jason Gaines second. Chris Gomes up in third. Tim Pope fourth. Dustin Wade fifth. Having a good run, Amanda. Still doing well. Trevor Robertson sixth. Andy Player, man, he's a good recovery man right now. Let's see how that works out for him, running 7th. Dustin Eaton's going to get around him here, along with some others, so he's going to start bleeding spots here. Jesse Redding's 9th. Gordon Spain, 10th. Jack Dixon, 11th. Jacob Alicia, 12th. Greg Klein, 13th. John Shane Bachler, 14th. Got Roney, 15th. Kevin Hunt, 16th. Scott Milner, 17th. Kelly Kill, 18th. John Gallagher, the 123, is the 19th. Down 14 spots. Having a rough night so far. Stoney Benfield, 20th. George Renicon, 21st. I mean, you saw George and some others start from the back, man. It is not easy to come to the front. So what Albert Anderson's done is pretty awesome. Pretty remarkable. Dylan Bryant, 22nd. Chandler Paul, 23rd. Mike Adamson, 24th. Michael Brooks, 25th. Greg Dobson, 26th. Kyle Vaught back to 27th. Don't know if he had some trouble or not.
Yep, I just noticed he was back that far, Alan. So I went back and watched his pit stop. He was either speeding into the pits or he maybe clipped the cone. Looked like he was right at the grass. So I'm not sure which one, but he definitely had a penalty.
Man, had a really good night going. He's going to need some help to get back into this. And Dave Mayberry, 28th. Anthony Williams, 29th. Deion Jones, 30th. Mike Everett, 31st. Andrew Cawthon and Jonathan Osborne are both out of the race. So we had 33 trucks and 2 are out of the race right now, folks. Right now, you got the leader's guy's hands full there with the 29. Looks like trying to get it back around. That's Mayberry. Or did he just pass him? I think he just passed him. He put him a lap down. He did. Maybe a second lap down, actually, for Mayberry.
So it'll be interesting to see how the strategy plays out if we stay green, because Player, he's now in a position where he is back in like 15th and he's still bleeding spots, but I think he could pit now or in the next few laps and he still can make it on, one more stop. So, or no, if he pitted now, he wouldn't be able to do that. That is incorrect.
I tell you what, I mean, Albert Anderson came here like on a mission. He's the points leader right now. Doesn't have a lot of a cushion at the moment. I think I said 4 points. He's going out here trying to make a statement, I think.
Yeah, he's definitely, in the first run, he was, everybody was kind of together, but you didn't really see this in that first run. And it's like he just flipped the switch and decided to go. And when he decided to go, he went.
Found another gear. I mean, this man's out to nearly a 5-second advantage. Doing a great job here tonight. That is Albert Anderson. I'm going to find you some action here. Pretty tight racing here between the 14 and 68. Dustin Wade and Dustin Eaton. 4th, 6th position at the moment. Eaton is trying to get up underneath. It's just the longer we go on the tires, the harder that move is. You really need to be decisive and have that run to get up underneath them and then pull that slide job we talked about. Oh, 68 gets a little piece of the ball coming out of 4. It's okay. Just a little brush. That's not going to hurt anything. That's almost mandatory. Oh, look at this. Almost took it to the up in front of him there to pulling the slide job, and that is the 14. 21's looking to make his way through as well. Looking at Wade definitely took tires. Running 7th right now at the moment. I'm not bleeding any more spots, but I think Jason's got a pretty good run on him here. Now, Wade might be playing, long ball here. Taking care of those tires, and those guys are going to come back to him. We've seen it happen before. I don't think I've hit all my cameras tonight, so I'm going to jump through all the cameras there, Ricky, and get a look at these drivers who have been so gracious to provide us with these onboard shots. And we're going to start off with Mr. Kelly Kill. I find him here on the board. Here he is. He's running in 18th position at the moment. He's got a 3 screen shot there. You don't get a good look at his hands and everything, but you can see his head moving and everything. Just like he just hit pit lane, actually. Going down for another pit stop as he's dropping through the field a bit here on lap 79. Next up, we got Scott Roney in that 023 machine, running at 15th.
Running bottom. All yours.
Actually, that's the wrong cam, so we can get the right one up here for you folks. There we go. Now, Scott, I like to watch him, man. If he ends up winning the race tonight, we're going to make sure we got a camera on his face because he gets excited. Should be fun to watch.
Stand high, Pope.
You can run down the backstretch right there. Next up, we have the 085 machine. Greg Dobson. Greg's running in 22nd at the moment. Greg, like I mentioned maybe before, is one of our two Canadian drivers. We normally have up to 4 brothers from the North racing with us, and we're ecstatic to have him with us out of Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. Right now, Greg's running, like I mentioned, in the 22nd spot, right where he started the race at tonight in that Phoenix Racing 085 machine. See if we can dial up Kyle Vaught here. He had some trouble tonight. He's now back in the 25th position. At 16. He likes to run the red hue. I've run red in my room too for the most part. I've changed it occasionally when Lori makes me. That's where I'm at. Kyle races, hometown High Point, North Carolina, but races out of Illinois actually. He can get his vape on. He's a man of many talents. He can race and vape at the same time. Steve, he's going to, like I mentioned, I think he's going to have a lot of help to be able to recover from this. We do have some guys hitting pit lane, but we don't have a land rush yet. So we're going to continue on through this and see if we can get through the cameras. Dave Bayberry's up next. He's on pit lane at the moment. Transitioned over. He also has a 3-screen setup going on. Dave races with us out of Tucson, Arizona. See if he takes tires. He has taken tires here in that Ignition number 29 machine. I kind of like this look too. I can see his guys. I can't see him on the top screen. I see his guys running around the truck, changing out his tires. He's taking off now. So we got Dustin Wade. We've looked at him a couple times tonight. We're going to check him out again. Dustin is still, let's see, where's he at right now? He's running up towards the front. He's in 9th at the moment. Running that high line. Get real smooth. See if he starts to make a run back at these guys. He's trying to get around that number 74 or ride the Dente machine. Sure, Amanda Wade's not watching. What'd you see?
He hit the wall.
I looked away. See him shaking his head right now as he catch him live on camera while it's happening.
So, Alan, from what I can tell, if my math is right this time, it doesn't matter. Whoa, boy! Oh, Wade makes contact there with 74.
Yep, that's 74.
But I think that everybody's got to, even the guys that try to stretch it all the way to the end, they're going to be about 5 or 6 laps short, I think. So everybody's got 2 more steps.
I got you. We're taking a look at the 75 Cooks machine here. Tony Benfield racing with us out of Albemarle, North Carolina, in 16th position at the moment. He's had a good season so far. Did he have 2 wins or 1 win? I got to take a look.
Just one that I remember.
Stoney's 5th
really
in points.
He was really close to winning that other race, though. He was like turned it on one race and almost won, and then he got the win.
No, yeah, for sure. As you see him racing hard here with the 12 machine. That's not for position. Interstate Batters machine of Shane Bockler. He's in 23rd. But yeah, I mean, Stoney, he's got one win, running 5th, having a really good season. Almost had that, at least one other win I thought he had in the bag. Races with us out of Albemarle, North Carolina. Affectionately known here in the league as the Faster Pastor, but having a great run in that Ram machine right now. And I think that might be only one more camera left than there was. It was Jonathan Osborne, but as we know, Jonathan is out of the race here tonight at the moment. So, let's check it out. Albert Anderson still top of the leaderboard. Now, his lead's come down. Now it's to Chris Goins. It's 3.2. Excuse me, I got a frog. 3.2 seconds over the number 1 machine. Still a significant lead, but nowhere near the 5 seconds he nearly had there. Got Albert Anderson Sr. out there saying green flag pit stop's a real chess match. Yeah, I mean, you got Ricky over here burning up the calculator while I'm going through the field trying to figure out what these guys are doing, Mr. Anderson. But even in the end, we're still not going to know for sure. We can kind of posit or throw out some conjecture about what we think they're doing, but we'll never know for sure. But your son right now out there to a really good lead. He has given up a little bit of ground, but that might be strategy. He's saving fuel so he can have less time on pit lane there, Ricky.
Yeah. Always got to think, and when you've got that kind of a lead, you've got the luxury of trying to do a few different things.
Now that lead's not coming down significantly. Now it's kind of like leveled off here around 3.3. I find you some close battles here.
We're almost 2 seconds a lap off the pace. So if any of these guys do maybe pit a couple, 2 or 3 laps earlier than Albert, they could leapfrog him. So he's got to be careful and watch that.
Yeah, just to demonstrate your point, you see the 28 right there. Rincon just fly past the 99 like he's standing still. Rincon's lap down to the leader here. That's not for position, but you saw the speed difference. Dustin Wade's on pit lane for his service. At lap 93 now, what I was looking at, like you were doing the math earlier, I was thinking lap 103 is about the last opportunity.
You got it, Dave.
They should be able to make a pit stop and make it.
Pit dead.
See any tires here for the 68? Looks like maybe no. Don't see any tires going on that one. So here comes his tax now. May still have a bet laying in the pits, though, I would imagine. We'll see.
Now with this race having a green flag look, if you was up front, would you go ahead and take the tires, or would you save them and then hope there's a caution at the end and everybody takes them and then you are going to just blow by?
Man, I just don't know. Albert Anderson's on pit lane right now, too. Actually, he's coming off.
I think he needed to take tires.
Let me back. I want to back up and see if he took them. I don't think he did. Oh, he did. He just took tires.
Yeah, so I think he's out of time.
Yep, he's doing exactly what you just talked about.
21 this time.
Yep.
Unfortunately, being the leader, I think he was kind of in a box. I think he had to take tires.
The current leader. Yeah,
Golly.
coming here hot,
again.
man. Tim Pope right behind him. Robertson's on pit lane. Jesse Redding. Dustin Eaton in the 14. Kevin Hunt coming in pit lane. Kleins already on the lane. Here we go. Dobson's going past him here. But these guys are all coming down pit lane right now. Let's see if Mr. Eaton takes tires here. Misses. Oh, overshoots his box just a little bit. Taking tires, though. Goes Kyle Vaught, too.
Tim Pope is not taking tires.
So Tim's basically probably saving a set. See, Kyle did not take tires.
Tim Pope is banking on a caution. Anybody that doesn't take tires right now is banking on a caution.
For sure. I mean, it's not a bad play unless it runs green.
Yeah, if it runs green, then you're like, what was I doing?
But this is what so these drivers, for the folks out there watching, these drivers ask for a little bit more strategy. And so what we do is we give them just one set of tires less than what they would need to make all the tire runs. The fuel runs. So it makes them have to pay what I've called a tire tax. So they're going to have to double stint one set of tires at one point when they take fuel throughout the race. And so when do you do that? Do you do it early in the race? Do you decide to do it mid-race, or maybe just want to do a splash and go at the end and pay your tax hoping that it goes green the rest of the way? Looking at your leader right now, Albert Anderson out there now. His lead has shrunk. 2.3, 2.4. It's actually going up a little bit here. It's coming around.
I don't make a lot of guarantees, Alan, but I guarantee you we will not be talking about tire tax at Talladega. I don't think it's going to matter.
No, it won't matter. So to your point, I don't even bother giving them when Lori and I talk about it, we don't even bother saying there's a limit on tires. At Talladega, Daytona, I think we still do it at Atlanta because it does matter more at Atlanta, but you do see that lead of Anderson grow on Pope. You said Pope didn't take any tires, right?
No, so he's definitely going to be losing pace.
I mean, this is punching it way up. He's almost going to that 5-second margin we were talking about. Anderson's looking just to run away with it, and he's praying for no caution right now.
Yeah, if there is a caution, I can definitely tell you he's in trouble.
Now, do you think somebody like Pope or let's see, Gomes, looks like Gomes took tires. Gomes is now overtaken second place in that number one high tide hospitality machine. Do you think somebody like Tim is like going to run X amount of laps here, maybe split this, going to get his new rubber?
I don't think so. I think it's one of those, you've made your bed, you're going to run it out and hope, even if it's 5 or 6 laps to go, and you're running on fumes, if caution comes out then, and you got tires and nobody else does, you're going to go from 20th to the lead.
Thank you, sir.
Here's another man I think is, I agree with you too, by the way. I think you make your bed, you got to go with it, and it has to be a caution for it to pay off. You got Dustin Wade here, though, man. He's dropped 9 positions. He's in 16th. As we mentioned previously, did not take tires. Paying his tax now. He's definitely going to need a caution to make this pay off for him. Kind of like the same boat as Tim Pope in the number 7. Bit of racing going on here. George Rincon's up to 18th position. Up 11 spots overall. It's pretty darn good. Looks like he's got, let me take a look at this. Looks like he's got some stickers on the top of his car here. Top of his truck, rather.
Okay, I can tell you the guy to watch out for right now.
Who is that?
I think Jacob Alicia, he's on tires right now, and I think he's got one more set. So he's already up to 4th, and he is not too far out of touch with Albert Anderson. I think if this goes green, he's got it. It's all his.
Well, he did take tires in that last stop. He's 8.3 seconds behind the leader at the moment.
He didn't take tires on the first or second stint. Like he double stinted that very first run. So he has an extra set that nobody else has, I think.
Right, but when does he take it, though? It's what you're saying. When he goes in, you think he can catch? Because Anderson's on the same tires he is right now, though. Because they went in at 89. Anderson actually went in 93, so laps later. He should be pulling away.
But when Anderson comes back into pit, and they both come back into pit, Alicia's got 4 tires.
Well, that's not going to help Alicia hitting the wall there, though.
Yeah, no. The other thing about that, too, is Anderson will only have to take gas, so he won't be in the pits as long. So it may not work out for Alicia. He's going to have to not lose any more time, really, for that to work.
I'm thinking for this to work, he's going to have a caution, too. And Albert's not going to have it. He's not going to have any tires. Yeah, go ahead.
He's going to have the tires, but with taking 4 as opposed to Anderson just getting gas, I don't think he can. You're right. I don't think he can actually make that up.
Yep. Trevor Robertson racing here with Gordon Spain. Actually, Spain looks like he's on newer tires. Trevor might be, he's nursing. So let's kind of go through. I'll look at the times here. Looks like Tim Pope, Gordon Spain, and Robertson here all did not take tires. Then you have to skip down to 15th of Jack Dixon. is not on fresh tires. Dustin Eaton on pit lane now. Did not take tires last time. Or maybe it was this time. Looks like he didn't take tires this time as he makes his way off pit lane. Kyle Vaught didn't take tires. Last on at 94, so definitely going to have to pit again. And that's pretty much it. So those guys are paying their tax right now. They're going to need some help. Up front, got Albert Anderson. 3 seconds out in front of Chris Goins and Jason Gaines in third. See what that looks like. Let's go back and take a look. Here is Gaines. And he's about nearly 5 seconds behind Goins. Here's Goins. So Goins can see Anderson up there off in the distance, as you notice here. We look off his roof cam. That dot you see way up there going across the trioval, that's your leader, 99 Albert Anderson. Praying for no cautions and wanting to run away with this. Now this lead has shrunk down just a bit, under 3 seconds now. Oh, by the way, there's 2 lap advantage for Chris Goins here on tires, Ricky.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge here. Just, it don't sound like it, but it really is. And, the other thing I just thought about is, I don't know what kind of an advantage you can get with 2 tires, but I know, if maybe if Alicia comes in and takes 2 tires, he's not going to be stuck in the pits that much longer, and maybe he can still make up a bunch of time. So he might want to watch that too, if he just takes 2 tires.
It's getting exciting, folks. 25 laps to go. Who's going to win it here? I think it's going to come down to Anderson and Goins. And what I'm looking at right now, I think Gaines is kind of out of it, barring a caution. Lori's going to come in here and slap me in the back of the head in a minute because I said that word. She doesn't like cautions. She likes clean racing. That's her thing, man. And I don't disagree with that. But barring a caution, I think it's going to come down to these 2 men.
Well, Alicia has already pitted. So actually, let's see what he did. Did he take 4 tires or did he take 2 tires?
Tim Pope's on pit lane. Trevor Robinson's on pit lane.
No, so Alicia did just take 2 tires.
Just 2?
Yep, he did exactly what I would have done.
All right. See if this works out for him.
4 cars fitting in. Mike Everett not fitting in.
The Tim Pope, Robertson, Andy Player, Dane Bockler.
Milner, I'm pitting in.
You got Dustin Wade all on pit lane. Kyle Vaught's on pit lane. Deion Jones, Mike Everidge making their way down. Will this pull Albert? I think Albert's going to run it out, man. I think that's what he needs to do here. They're going to be so far behind. I don't know. It's going to be tight. It's going to be so tight.
I don't know. Alicia is 1.2 seconds a lap faster, even just on 2 tires, than Anderson is right now. So I don't know how bad he had fell back, but at 1.2 seconds a lap. And you've got to think that it's going to be that way through the end of the race. Anderson's not got tires. So when he pits, Alicia's still going to be probably about a second a lap faster every lap.
Right now, his current, he should take him out to lap 123. So he's going to be like a 10 lap short here on fuel, unless he's been saving. He might be a little bit less than that. That is Albert Anderson there, your leader. Big Barry's going on pit lane. He said Jacob Alicia is how much faster?
About 1.2 seconds a lap faster. And Anderson, the thing with him is, with him not having tires at all, he needs to just run it until it's running out of gas. Because either way, if a caution comes out, he is in huge trouble. So he's got to still hope for no caution and run it until it's dry and stay in the pits the least amount of time possible. That's his best shot.
Okay, 1.3 seconds a lap, you said?
Yes, that's what it looks like.
Well, that's 33 laps to catch him, but that doesn't include having Anderson run down pit lane to get fuel. So this is what we're here for, folks. Let's reset the field. You got Albert Anderson here, your leader.
I think he's coming in. He's going ahead.
Coming in right now. Here he comes right now. 20 laps to go, making his play. Now we're going to kind of know. We'll be able to do the calculations. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any tires, but we're going to watch it nonetheless and find out. He's going to hit his box here. Spot on. I'm not seeing any tires. This is probably going to be a splash and go. And it is. Once he gets back out here on track, this is where we're going to be able to figure out kind of the calculations and the closing rate between him and the other drivers. Chris Gomes takes over the lead right now. Chris is going to have to make another stop. Everybody all the way down through sixth place right now. Definitely going to have to make us another stop. Albert Anderson's coming back on.
Alicia is at the line right now.
And he is behind Albert Anderson in 8th position at the moment. And the interval is 6 seconds and dropping because Anderson's not up to speed yet. Dropping significantly. Under
Alicia's
4.
He's going to be on him in about 2 laps.
This is looking off of the roof cam of Jacob Alicia. Looking at Albert Anderson. Alicia has tires, at least 2 outside tires. Whereas Anderson has none. 17 laps to go. I'm going to take a check on the chat out there. I think we got a bunch of folks from the Anderson clan. They're watching probably with bated breath.
Yeah, the Andersons trying to figure out what's going on. You see Albert, Edith, and Kathy all in chat discussing Albert. And I think, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but man, he's going to have to drive really hard to stay in front of Alicia with no tires.
So this car you see right in front of Alicia, that is not Albert. That is the Reese's machine here of Chandler Paul. The next truck is Albert right here. Let's take a look off the rear deck. You can see Alicia back there up underneath like the 68. So there's a distance with 15 to go. I don't know if there's going to be an equalization on those 2. Only took 2, not 4 tires. It's going to be tight, man.
He's 1.8 seconds behind Anderson right now.
You just saw the 68 machine get around Alicia. Now there's 2 trucks between Jacob Alicia and what's going to end up being your leader, Albert Anderson. The folks in front of Albert all have to go to pit lane, as they were on pit lane at 95, 94, and 96 the laps respectively. Cannot make it all the way. Don't see them being able to save that much fuel.
The other thing in play here is, you're right, it's leveled off a little. Jacob Alicia just ran a 32.09. Anderson's last lap was a 32.43. So he's not losing a second a lap now. He's losing, half a second, 0.4 of a second. So by the time he gets there, it may be about equal.
All right, we're going to run very quick here. We're going to show you who's running where at the moment. Here's your leader, Chris Goins. Second place, Greg Klein. And then these guys are going to have to hit pit lane. Third place, Scott Milner. Actually, I think Dylan Bryant's passing him here. So this is 3rd and 4th, respectively. Now, all these trucks I just showed you are going to have to pit. And then this is going to be the man who inherits the lead, barring any kind of change. Or if he gets caught here by Jacob Alicia, who is up behind him, now less than a second, 0.88 behind. I think he's going to have a chance to get there. It just depends if he's going to have any tire left to get past him.
I think the fall off's so big here.
He just hit the wall too.
Oh.
He's still making good time though. I'm sorry, the fall off. Go ahead.
No, the fall off's such a huge factor with the right side tires. it's going to be so hard to hold him off.
You see right there, he's in the picture now. We're looking at Albert Anderson, but right behind him, that 31 machine lurking with 11 laps to go. Now we end up with some kind of a caution. That's just going to throw a monkey wrench into everything we're talking about here. Take a look back. There's the 31. 88's going to go around him here. 88's that's not for position. Mike Adamson, he's in 23rd. Oh man, Albert Anderson wants this race to be over with him. Why he's in the position he's in now. Kathy A out there saying that Albert can do it. He's definitely not going to give up on it. If he gets to him, it's going to be a hard pass. And this truck coming up on him right now, that's not for position.
Got Dustin Eaton, Jason Gaines, Tim Pope, Trevor Robertson, 7, 8, 9, 10, all under a blanket.
Oh, you see Tim getting into the outside wall a little bit. 6 machine right there. That's Trevor Robertson. This is all for position. Super tight, 9 to go. Trevor looks like he's going to try to make it around the outside here on the 14. 14 does not have tires.
That 7, 8, 9, 10 is actually, Alan, that's going to be the race for the 3rd position when these other guys pit. So this is for a podium.
Yeah, and Jason Gaines here, he's not on fresh tires either. But Tim's going to get around here behind Jacob Alicia. Here's Jacob Alicia looking to track down. We're taking a look from his roof cam. 8 to go. Trying to close in. He's within half a second of Albert Anderson at the moment.
Now, Chris Goins did just come in from the lead, so we do need to see where he cycles out. Man, he did not take very much gas. So Goins is, gosh, he might still be a player. Where is Anderson on the track? Because Goins is already back on the track.
Anderson's crossing the start finish right now. Here's Chris Goins coming out. He's not going to be able to hold on to it. You're going to see him passing right about, let's see. There goes Alicia. Meow. There they go, both of them. So he's going to come out in 3rd. Dylan Bryant's on pit lane from 2nd. Anderson's going to inherit 2nd here in a moment. 7 laps to go. Everybody's biting their fingernails off at the moment.
Anderson just ran a faster lap than Alicia that last lap, so maybe Jacobs tore his tires off.
0.66 at the moment. This is not an easy place on 2 tires, especially if you're running them hard. See the distance right here. Coming to 6 to go. If he's able to pull this off, Ricky, incredible driving job here by Albert Anderson tonight. Like I said, I think he came here on a mission.
Yeah, I did not think that he could hold him off with no tires. Not when he was that close.
Albert Anderson is now your leader. Just over half a second in front of Jacob Alicia. You see, they're in the same frame now. 5 laps.
Draft.
Yeah, he does have the draft. Drop down underneath 0.5 seconds there for a moment. But I don't know. Even if he gets to him, I think this is going to be a tremendously hard pass. And also, Anderson keeps getting the draft off the cars in front of him, too. So it's definitely going to, I mean, they're holding steady at 0.5.
Anderson
4
runs
laps.
a 7.3. Alicia runs a 7.1. So 2 1,000th of a second better that one.
Starting to close just a little bit. It touches the wall there. Didn't really slow him down, though.
Chris Goins ran 0.4 of a second faster, and he's not that far behind.
No, I see him right there. He's got one truck in between him and Jacob Alicia. 3 laps to go there, Anderson clan. It's closed down now, Ricky, down to 0.3. He's definitely in the draft here.
Yeah, and Anderson's not quite close enough, I don't think, to Adamson to pick up a sniff of that draft.
No, it looks like maybe those tires are falling off a cliff of the 99.
Anderson a 7.0, Alicia a 6.5, so you can visually see it.
Yeah, we're 2 laps to go here. I don't think so either. He went back up to 0.4, in fact, coming out of that corner. He has a slip up there by the 31. America's driver coming out of 3 and 4 is going to see the white flag here. So the next flag is going to end this race, Ricky.
They'll be racing back to the line.
Here we go.
I'm going to stay behind you, Trevor. Don't worry.
Coming out of 1 and 2 for the last time. Going down the backstretch. 99 is looking to hold him off. He's within 0.3 now. I don't think he's close enough to even make a dive here. He's going into 3 and 4.
No.
This is it. 99 machine's going to win here at Kansas tonight. Albert Anderson, your winner.
Yeah, good.
Incredible job there for that 99 machine.
Crazy, that. Good win, Albert.
What a job for him to be able to hold off those fresher tires behind him in the 31 of Jacob Alicia.
Good win, Albert.
Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to interview your top 3, starting with Albert Anderson here in just a moment.
Great win, Albert.
Bringing home the victory here tonight. I swear, I mentioned it, Ricky. I felt like he came in here with intent. And I mean, and it showed. And he certainly did show us a great race here tonight as he's going to start his celebration
Good win, 99.
in that 99 Pennzoil machine. If we can
Great
find
win,
him here.
great win. All right, drivers, take a breather, take 5, use the washroom, do what you got to do here.
Don't see him in the green room yet. Let's pull him up.
Most races for you.
As he's celebrating. He probably burn it down, man. I want to see a good one. Congratulations to Anderson Nation out there watching and pulling for their man, the 99 of Albert Anderson. And there he is. All right, we got Anderson into the green room, Ricky. We're going to pull him up here and talk to him. It should be exciting. Mr. Anderson, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, you just won Kansas. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great, man. It's going to end up being a really good points night. Going to keep me in the points lead. Jacob Elisa had me scared there for a minute. He was starting to gain on me. I wasn't sure what tire set he was on, but it ended up working out in the end, man. So it's good to be back to victory lane.
Ricky, and I can tell you, he had fresher tires than you did. Did not take 4 in that last stop, but he did take 2 right sides, and he was definitely in a pretty good position. We think they kind of equalized throughout the run, but you did an incredible job. I was mentioning to Ricky when I saw you out there at one point, a 5-second lead over the field, that you kind of come in here with some intent, and you were making a statement here at Kansas tonight. Do you feel pretty confident coming in this race, even starting with a penalty here tonight? If I'm right, did you have a penalty tonight?
Yeah, I had a penalty. I had to start in the back.
Exactly, and you overcame that, and then you just ran away with it, man. What was the secret to that? I mean, only had 1 caution.
Yeah, just stay focused. I mean, I had to be really aggressive at the beginning of the race. I had to be really aggressive to try to make up as much spots as I could and take advantage of those new tires at the beginning of the race, and try to catch a couple trucks off guard, get around them, and make up as many spots as I could, because the longer you hang around back there, the more dangerous it is. You're going to fall further and further back. So I wanted to be really aggressive at the start of the race, and then just kind of settle in midway, and it worked out tonight.
Oh, it sure did. Hey, Ricky, what do you have for our champion here at Kansas?
Hey, buddy, good job. Has a great win. I know that was a tight one, but you pulled it off. I don't even know what I could ask you other than, when you came in for that last pit stop, I know you didn't have tires. So how close was you trying to cut it on fuel though? Did you fudge it a little, or did you put it right on the edge?
No, I still had more fuel left. Right now I'm showing 2.5 laps left of fuel. And so, I was talking to my team, All-Star. They were a big help tonight. I was asking Jack when he thought I should pit. Should I wait until I run it dry, or should I try to pit now and, not fall behind? And Jack said pit now, and that's what I did, and it really worked out.
Oh, hey, man, you did an outstanding job. And let me tell you, you got the Anderson clan really lighting up the chat here. They were holding their breath at the end of that race. I don't think Ricky and I were helping much with the way we're talking about it. We were doing the play-by-play and what we thought might happen. But tremendous amount of support out there. Lori's out there congratulating you. It looks like your daughter's out there congratulating you and a whole bunch of other people, man. So great run. Before I let you go, two things. The Super Speedway King, I'm sure you're looking forward to Talladega next week. And then do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
Oh, I mean, when it comes to restrictor plate races, man, I start foaming at the mouth. So I'm really looking forward to Talladega next week. Hopefully I can have a good run there. Yeah, and a huge shout out to my family. My daughter tuned in tonight. My cousin Aaron, Aunt Edith, Aunt Kathy, Mom, Dad, my sister, everybody that tunes in and watches me, my friends, everybody that supports me and everybody who supports the league. I'm glad everybody comes out to support us both. My teammates, Jason Gaines, Dylan Bryant, Jack Dixon, awesome teammates. It's a team effort. Whenever one of us wins, all of us wins. And it's a team effort over at All Star. And I have a great group of teammates. So hopefully I can keep kicking butt. And thank you, Alan. Thank you, Ricky, for the broadcast tonight. Thank you, Lori, always. Lori does a stupendous job. And I couldn't imagine racing anywhere else full time. I'm just really happy and honored to be here. And hopefully I can keep kicking some ass and bring home this championship trophy.
Nah, for sure, man. Thanks for the kind words. We'd never want to have you not race with us either. So we're looking forward to next week, man. The draft king, essentially, of the VRL series, man.
Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate y'all. We'll see you next week.
All right, buddy. Good night. And with that, folks, we are going to move now to second place, Jacob Alicia. Pull him up into the booth here. Hey, Jacob, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Hey, Alan, I got you.
So, hey, look like you're going to have a chance to track down Mr. Anderson there. You had two tires. I think you took two tires on that last stop. Is that right? And what more did you need to catch him? Two more tires?
Two tires. I did take two tires at the end. Man, I don't know, because it felt like I was going to catch him and pass him right at the very end, and then I don't know if it was just I got within his bubble and it was helping him as much as it was helping me, but I don't know. I felt like I put myself in the right spot at the right time, but it just didn't amount to anything. So, winning effort, just the wrong strategy, I guess.
I don't know if it's the wrong strategy. It might have been what you're saying. It's just that that draft difference there. You had and you had to catch him. So even with those two tires, you probably rubbed some good off of, I would imagine. But hey, Ricky, what do you have for our second place finisher tonight?
Yeah, I don't. First of all, it's good around as always. You're always up front, so don't always expect to see you up there. But I'll tell you, as somebody that feels like I understand strategy pretty good, I think you done about everything you could do. Sometimes it just don't work out. I thought you had the strategy there, and just come up a little short. Sometimes it happens. I don't think you could have done anything any differently. You look like you. When you came into the pits there, as soon as they dropped the jack, you was gone. So you didn't take any extra fuel, did you?
No, I needed about a half run's worth of fuel, and that was about exactly how long it takes for right side. So, it was a good call strategy-wise, but I don't know. I didn't take tires on the caution, and Albert pulled way ahead. Track position's pretty important on a track like this one, so maybe that should have been the change. I don't know. I'll just think about it in bed all night instead of going to sleep.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, it's a tremendous run. I mean, you came in second in the points. You're still second in the points coming into the middle stretch of the season, rather. Before I let you go, do you have any thoughts on next week at Talladega and any shouts for teams, fans, or family?
Well, my big goal for today was to try to finish ahead of Albert so that we can make the points race even tighter, but he went and won the race. He's pretty darn strong at these super speedways, so that's going to be a real tough order. I seem to always end up sort of with the short end sometimes on super speedway strategies, so maybe we'll just focus on points racing there and then try to make it up in maybe a road course or something.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations on second place tonight. We look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Good night. All right, and with that, we're going to move one more step down the podium, and we're going to talk to Chris Gones. in that number 1 machine. Hey, Chris, man, this is Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. Third place tonight. How did you get there? You're up 9 positions. I thought you had a chance to win this race.
Hey guys, what's going on? Yeah, you know, it was one of those ones where I had no idea what to do when that caution came out. So I reached back in my memory bank from Friday in the ARCA race. Caution came out on the exact same lap with 100 to go, and I didn't take tires. Everybody else that finished ahead of me did. So I was like, what? I'm going to come in and do it. So that first green flag pit stop, I had actually not taken tires. I had taken only 8 gallons of fuel. I only took 1 can of fuel to get the lead. I was like 4 seconds ahead of second place after everything cycled out. Then that caution came out immediately. My strategy was shot. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to come in and take tires, see what happens. And unfortunately, it took me from the lead to 19th. And I just had to work my way back up through on those tires. But Albert had taken tires on the green flag stop, so he had restarted first. So, I mean, he just drove away from us. And from there, I knew I had planned on a splash and go at the end and just, you know, bite the bullet and take whatever ended up. And, you know, I think if I had saved about a half a lap more fuel, I think during one of those stints, I think I could have come out right in front of those two and then maybe held them off. But we were right there together. A couple more laps, I would have been on Jacob's bumper. I think I was just a little bit faster than him there at the end. But, you know, it was a good race overall. No issues there. Good job to Albert. He had a heck of a strategy and everything, and Jacob as well. So just happy to get out here.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Hey, Ricky, what do you have for Mr. Gones here?
Yeah, buddy. I hadn't talked to you in a little bit, so good to see you running up front. Wanted to, I guess I want to ask you, because I know you seem like you're kind of a strategy kind of guy too. Do you like this where you got to do the math in your head with the tires and figure things out as you go during the race? It seems like it would kind of benefit somebody like you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it does.
You still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we still got you, Chris. Okay, just
Hey,
a short
sorry.
answer. Did we lose you?
I think my button stopped working there. But,
Okay.
But good to see you, Ricky. I thrive on the strategy stuff. I really enjoy that part of it. Saving tires is something that I feel like I'm pretty good at. So the longer I can make those run, I think the better I am when it comes to kind of evening out to those fast guys, the guys that are faster than me on pace. You know, personally, I'd like to see a little bit more fuel, like, I don't know, 80, 85, 90%, and one less set of tires. So you run, further on a set and just have one less set. But, you know, that's just the tire saver in me, you know, wanting to look at it that way. But, no, I enjoy these week in and week out. I got no complaints by any means. Please don't take that as any type of complaint. But, you know, I think I personally would like to see a little bit more fuel and one less set. So.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Hey, man, before we let you go, do you have any shout-outs for teams, fans, or family? And are you looking forward to Talladega?
I want to shout out Jesse, my teammate over here at Blackjack. He, we're missing John tonight, John McAdam. I couldn't make it, but Jesse had a good run going, and then he kind of got bit by the speeding bug, so he got a ticket there. But overall, good run overall for us. But High Tide Hospitality on the truck again tonight. Took a couple weeks off with them, but appreciate them, and obviously Lori and everybody over at VRL for putting the league on. You guys over here taking your time out of your night on Wednesdays and Fridays to do this with VRN. Sorry, and the short answer is no. I'm not looking forward to Talladega.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations again on the podium finish, and we do look forward to seeing you at Talladega. You're always fast. It's just sometimes those places get to me as well. The luck factor kind of deal. But congrats on this, and enjoy it, and we'll see you next week.
I appreciate it, gentlemen. Y'all have a good night.
You too. So that was Mr. Chris Gomes, your third place finisher here tonight, and we're going to go ahead and go through your results so you can see where your favorite driver finished. If I can get them up here we go. There they go. All right. So top of the podium here. Albert Anderson, second. Jacob Alicia, third. Chris Gomes. Tim Pope brings it home in fourth. Trevor Robertson, fifth. Gordon Spain, sixth. Jason Gaines, seventh. Andy Player, eighth. Scott Roney, ninth. John Shanebuckler is in 10th.
Dustin Eaton finished 11th. Kelly Kill 12th. Jack Dixon 13th. Dylan Bryant 14th. Kevin Hunt 15th. Stoney Benfield 16th. Greg Klein 17th. Scott Milner 18th. George Rincon 19th. And Dustin Wade in 20th.
21st is Mike Adams and John Gallagher 22nd. 23rd, Greg Dobson. Kyle Vaught 24th. Had a great run going tonight. Ended up at some kind of speeding penalty. We'll figure that out later. But 24th, Michael Brooks 25th. Jesse Redding, 26th, 27th, Dave Mayberry. Anthony Williams is in 28th. 29th is Chandler Paul. Mike Everidge, 30th. 31st, Deion Jones. Andrew Cawthon, 32nd. And Jonathan Osborne, having the mechanical tonight, brings it home 33rd. And that is your results for tonight. Hey, folks, make sure you tune in Friday night for the Vanquish Series, 9 p.m. Eastern. And we're racing again, like we mentioned already a couple times, on the 29th of April at Talladega. Same time, 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you tune in a little bit early. Don't miss out on any of the racing action. And before we go, Ricky, do you have any closing thoughts?
Yeah, just Kansas, you never know. It was a clean race. We wasn't sure what was going to happen. I love the tire strategy because that just made really interesting what was going to happen at the end. You just didn't know. Loved it.
Yeah, for sure. And as always, want to thank my wife, Lori, up there in the scoring tower, keeping everything running smoothly for us and for you out there in YouTube. And otherwise, folks, I think that's going to be it. We're wrapping up round 9, headed for round 10. Only 9 more races to go in the season. So we're at the halfway point. Make sure you tune in next week, 8:45 p.m. Eastern. And don't miss out on any of the racing action. But until then, race fans, remember, stay sharp, stay fast, and above all else, stay vigilante, and we will see you next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.